The human looked up at Queen Merith's palace, a miracle of glass and gold above the storms of Elindra, and said, "Your Majesty, this palace is a death trap." Then the whole royal court forgot how to breathe. No one had spoken to the Meteor Queen like that in 300 years. Not enemies, not ambassadors. Not the architects who maintained the Starfall Palace and called every crack a feature. The palace was supposed to be perfect. Shielded by orbital guns, guarded by blade monks, sealed by doors that could survive a cruiser barrage. Yet Lieutenant Mara Vale of Earth's security stood in the throne hall, looked bored by perfection, and told the most powerful ruler that her home was waiting to kill her. Queen Merith did not rage, which made the nobles afraid. Her 4 silver eyes narrowed, her claws rested on the throne, and her voice came soft as ice. "Human, this palace has stood since before your species left its moon." Mara nodded. "Exactly, Your Majesty. Old Danger wears tradition like a crown." The captain raised his plasma spear, priests whispered execution prayers, and Merith lifted one jeweled hand. "Prove it," she said. That was the moment beauty began to bleed. Mara dropped a copper coin onto the marble floor. Alarms screamed. Drones burst from golden flowers in the ceiling. Blue fire wrapped around the coin, and every weapon aimed at that harmless disc. The nobles relaxed, but Mara pointed at the glowing shell. "Your system detects metal. Isotopes, explosives, toxins, radiation. In foreign machines," she said, then spread her empty hands. "But it never detected me. Because it was built to fear objects, not intent." A scan swept the human from hair to boots. The results flashed above the throne. No weapons, no implants, no tools, no threat. Mara smiled without warmth. "Those words are not the same thing, Captain." Then she moved. She kicked water from a reflecting pool into a sensor cluster. And half the left balcony went blind? A guard fired. Mara ducked. The bolt struck goldwork. And the goldwork erupted because someone had hidden a conduit inside a holy pattern. One mistake became 10. The assassin wards flickered out. Nobles screamed, and Mara tore down a silk banner, wrapped it around the conduit, and dragged the live cable into the reflecting pool. The left shield wall collapsed in blue light, not because it was weak, but because every elegant system shared the same weakness. Mara grabbed a banquet knife and threw it into a flower-shaped ventilation seam. Pressure slammed backward. A hidden hatch burst open behind the throne, revealing a tunnel the queen had never been shown. The palace had secrets, and the human had already counted them. "Stop her," Merith ordered. 6 elite blades rushed forward. Warriors raised since childhood, Mara did not overpower them. She stepped onto the royal genealogy, struck her heel against an ancestor's name, and activated the antique dueling platform beneath their feet. Gravity tilted sideways. 6 warriors crashed together. Mara caught one rifle, pulled out its charge cell, and held it up. "Your guard weapons fit your maintenance sockets," she said, then jammed the cell into a statue's service port. The heroic ancestor opened its mouth and sprayed fire-suppressant foam across the throne hall. White mist swallowed jewels, masks, sacred robes, and dignity. Mara vanished inside it, her voice calm and brutal. "Your doors seal inward because outward hinges offended an empress. Your balconies have no evacuation rails because artists dislike rails. Your gardens sit above heat vents. Your nursery shares a wall with a ceremonial fusion fountain. Your air recyclers share intake with perfume chambers. And 3 shield generators are cooled by ornamental waterfalls." Merith whispered, "Impossible," but the words sounded like fear. Not denial, then every door sealed. The nobles clawed at smooth golden panels with no grips, because handles had been judged ugly 2 reigns ago. Sweet perfume flooded through the vents. Harmless today, maybe poison tomorrow, maybe smoke. And the queen imagined her bloodline trapped in beauty, breathing death while servants praised the fragrance. Mara stepped out of the foam empty-handed, soaked, bleeding from one cheek, and angrier than any assassin Merith had ever met. That anger was not hatred, it was disappointment, Mara said. Humans learned from worlds that tried to kill us. Fire, floods, earthquakes, vacuum leaks, bad wiring, tired crews, cheap bolts, arrogant captains. We learned the universe does not care how beautiful a door is when a crowd needs to run. We put ugly handles on exits because children survive ugliness better than smoke. Your palace was built to impress guests, not save lives. The queen descended from her throne, foam staining her gown. Tell me the worst flaw, she said. The captain begged her not to listen, but Mareth silenced him. Mara pointed to the coronation skylight, the crystal lens that focused sunrise onto the meteor crown. Lovely tradition, she said. Perfect targeting lens. A patient enemy could bounce a microbeam through it during a ceremony, burn through the crown, and make your death look like divine judgment. The meteor crown suddenly felt heavier than a planet. Mareth removed it before all her nobles. What would you do? Human, Mara answered. Evacuate this hall. Split the air systems, rebuild the doors, move the nursery. Break the waterfall cooling loop. Cut conduits away from decoration, shield the skylight. And fire anyone who says tradition is a safety plan. Something boomed beneath the floor. A ceiling rib cracked, and dust fell onto the throne like gray snow. No one laughed now. Open the doors manually, Mareth commanded. The captain went pale, Majesty. There are no manual controls. Mara walked past him, kicked the corner of a sealed door 3 times, popped off a golden panel, and pulled a hidden lever. The doors opened. Storm-cooled air rushed in, and the court stared as if fresh air itself were rebellion. Queen Mareth turned to her empire, voice ringing through alarms and shame. From this day, every palace, station, school, ship, and shelter under my crown will be inspected by human engineers. Any noble who objects may live in the first structure they personally approve. Terror moved through the court. Not fear of humans, but fear of finally seeing. Mara bowed once. Welcome to the dangerous part of civilization. Your Majesty. Mareth looked at the ruined hall. The open doors, the exposed wires, the human who had conquered a palace without killing anyone, and smiled, not because she was pleased, but because she had survived long enough to learn.